human beings are rising to do exceptional work, to do creative work, not to do the routine work. So no, human beings will never be out of job. Many of the jobs will be taken over by the AI, but human beings will have many more things to do, things that they should have always done but never had the time to do, such as knowing themselves, such as knowing their neighbors, such as making artwork, such as being funny. I don't know what all. We are here for romance, we are here for poetry. There's a whole lot we are here for. A corporate guy doesn't quite do that, right? So I believe that many more industries will come in. Like you said, life coaching is one. Many more industries have already come about. A typical agency is not cut out for the digital marketing. You have digital marketing agencies now. Now within that you have separate, so these are all newer domains coming out. But human beings will not have an easy time. They will have to be creative now. That's the time that we're entering into.
That's true.
Lastly, I read some research which says that many governments will have to pay a whole lot more people unemployment allowance because there won't be enough work to do in the next 10 years.
Amazing. I mean, and you need to sustain people. You need to have them on board.
So better get into your creative mode, everyone.
For sure, for sure. I believe the topic, technology in the future of work, is something that touches each one of us directly. I wouldn't say it's something that can be ignored. It's something that would definitely happen, and we need to gear up. Any question from the audience? We have a wonderful panel session and panelists with us. So let's hear from you guys. Yes, please. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I have a question. What about the quality of a human resource? Like we have employees, we have workers in the office, but I'm sorry, the new generation, the coming up, will the technology is going to help us to improve the quality of human resource in our offices?
Amazing. Who is going to take that question?
Okay, I'm happy to take that.
Please.
And yeah, I'm just
Sorry.
sitting here, so I respond
Sure.
first, but like happy for
You can
anybody
all
else.
take this one.
All right. I think there are two facets to it. The first one is just fundamentally understanding what sort of enablement the technology itself is going to do. And in this specific case, more technology means that access to resources is definitely going to improve over time. And like, as the technology enablement happens, the world gets more connected. It's easy for you to hire a resource based out of US or Canada today than it was, say, a decade ago, and vice versa too. So I think one of the things is that the technology is going to definitely enable that more. The quality of resources, I feel, with the global exposure and the global opportunities, it's going to improve. The second part is understanding the human aspect of it. 30 years ago, when my father moved out of Pakistan to find an opportunity for himself, his sole objective was to find a role and be able to provide for his family. I had very different objectives getting into the workplace. I wanted to feel that sense of contentment with the quality of work I was doing, being able to contribute back to the society, and then also have that challenge on the technological side that enables me and motivates me to wake up for work every day. I think one of the things that's really misunderstood about the newer generation is that it's not enough for them to just have a job. I mean, it used to be, but it's not enough for them to have a stable paying job. There's a lot more to it. There's the cultural aspect to it, whether they get that degree of recognition at work, whether the challenge that they're trying to solve towards is something that drives them, and then also the quality of people that they work with. So one of the things that I've seen in a lot of different companies that I've been a part of is that when you hire a resource, the baseline expectation is that they're going to do their job, and with little or no motivation as well, they're going to stick with the company. That used to happen in previous generations where people really valued the opportunity that they had at hand, but now as more opportunities come in and somebody working in the tech, I think they'll be pretty familiar with it, that we have a lot of tech talent in Pakistan, but it's increasingly difficult to retain that talent, primarily because all over the world people are hiring Pakistani talent as well. So it's becoming more harder in that way. But to answer your question, one, yes, the technology is definitely going to enable all of that. Two, if you have the requisite framework to do cultural surveys and understands that physiological as safety and psychological safety aspect, as well as the level of contentment people have with their work in your company, I think you wouldn't have to bother about retaining employees. But if you don't have anything like that, and you expect people to stick with your organization, especially the newer generation, I would have to break it to you. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen.
That's very true. I mean, if we speak about technology, it has opened the globe for us. We can hire anyone remotely, right? So quality of resource is no longer an issue, or would no longer be an issue for us. Any other question from the audience? Yes, sir.
Hello. I have a question with Umer bhai. Umer bhai, what is the future of technology and personal development or the professional development? How do you see that?
Sorry, I didn't get your question.
What is the future of technology and the personal development? I mean, fusion of personal development with the technology. अगर आपने personal development को ज़्यादा effective बेहतर करना है, तो how can we use the technology? Have you ever worked on that or?
Yeah. I'll answer it in two different ways. One is that the more we develop on the technological front, the more we understand about the human brain, the more we understand about how things work inside us, the more data we'll get on people's behaviors will help us understand even more about the personality types. Okay, you know, the previous work is of course research, but it's not as big a data as we have available now. So there is a direct link. The modern personal development, all literature is science. That's what we've understood about the mind, emotional intelligence. It's not just somebody theorizing it. We have seen it. We have seen electrodes attached to the brain and the brain get activated on different experiences. For example, when you sit on the prayer mat or the yoga mat, you have a spiritual experience. So we have learned such tricks from technology. So technology, the more we grow on that front, the more we will learn about ourselves. I said this earlier as well. The second part, I think our industry is disrupted. As much as people hate trainers and motivational speakers in Pakistan, everybody is a motivational speaker in Pakistan. Either a PTI supporter or a motivational speaker. Those are the only two things. Everybody who says, hey, you're a motivational speaker, I go to their profile and they're sharing some inspiring thought. And that's what I meant, that consciousness is rising as well. इतनी बात हो के आ जाता है फिर अमल में, right? Consideration में आ जाता है, lens में आ जाता है. So ये industry भी disrupt हो गई है और technology के through आप अपनी personal development track कर सकते हैं. आप सिर्फ किसी की बातें नहीं सुन रहे. You have apps that can help you track your goals, that can help you set goals. That, you know, my wife uses amazing apps to track her so many things, and it's amazing how she gets right information on time. Not a full day session of irrelevant information. मुझे इस वक्त 13वें दिन किस चीज़ की ज़रूरत है? In the 6th month of whatever pregnancy, what do I need to have? So you have similar apps growing. You have reference apps available. Quran पे आप discussion कर रहे हैं. Somebody saying Quran में ये लिखा हुआ है, you can take out an app. So I think this is remarkable times for personal development, for personal rising. Use it in all ways.
आपकी organization ने कुछ steps लिए अभी इसमें?
मेरी organization इस वक्त at a standstill है. I'm an individual consultant and a trainer, and I get a whole lot of design and delivery work. But I'm designing something, and I want to do sort of a hybrid model. So sort of an on-the-go app by Torque, which makes learning accessible, but it's a dream.
Actually, ये क्वेश्चन आपसे करने का पर्पस बेसिकली ये था कि आप टेक्नोलॉजी के लोगों के साथ भी बहुत ज़्यादा डीप डाउन हैं, कॉर्पोरेट के साथ भी हैं, और ऑब्वियसली यू आर इनटू दी ट्रेनिंग्स. So I suppose you are the right guy to take some steps in this jargon. So अगर आप ऐसा करें तो I think
my wife thinks so too.
Yeah.
I'm not motivated enough actually. That's the problem.
Procrastination.
Truth be told, thank you very much for asking the question and for thinking worthy of me. Very kind.
Yes, sir.
मैं उमर साहब की बात में एक चीज़ ऐड करना चाहूँगा कि अल्लाह ताला ने मेटावर्स हमारे साथ बना के हमें पैदा किया है. हमें सिर्फ अपने पर्सनल बिहेवियर को एनालाइज करना है कि जो अल्लाह ने कहा है अब हम कर रहे हैं. इसके बियॉन्ड के हमारी कोई बात सुन रहा है, हम कहते हैं कि हमारी फलाने कॉल रिकॉर्ड कर ली, उसने हमारी वीडियो बना ली, उसको लीक कर दिया, ऐसा कर दिया, ये वो कर दिया. हमें खुद एनालिसिस करना है कि अल्लाह ने ये चीज़ हमारे साथ पैदा करके हमारी ज़िंदगी के साथ उन्होंने भेजी है. मेटावर्स अभी तो हम उसको एक्सप्लोर कर रहे हैं. अभी वो आहिस्ता आहिस्ता वो पर्दे खुलते जा रहे हैं जो अल्लाह ताला ने हमारे साथ भेजे हैं. तो हमें सबको अपने अपने किरदार के ऊपर और अपनी चीज़ों के ऊपर एनालाइज खुद करना होगा कि जो हम कह रहे हैं वो हमारे लाशऊर में भी है, जो हम कर रहे हैं वो हमारी सोच में भी है, और किसी के बारे में बुरा सोचने में और कहने में फ़र्क है। लोग सोचते ज़रूर है, कहते नहीं।
That's true. That's true. I mean, I cannot agree more on that.
Can I
Again,
just say-
technology.
Sorry, I would also like to add to this after you.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's बहुत valid point है आपका बिल्कुल, but I want to add something. Look, as someone who's never lived in Pakistan, right? But I've built a business in Pakistan, I've built businesses in other countries as well, West P, East P, Middle East P, हर जगह, right? You know what the biggest problem of Pakistanis that I have faced in the last 3 years of building a business is integrity. They do not have integrity on the average. अगर pressure थोड़ा सा हो तो गिर जाते हैं। अगर ज़रा सा उनसे कोई काम किया जाए तो उनको मैनेजर पहले बनना है, काम बाद में करना है, right? There's a lot that I can say and there's a lot that I do. So I think is Pakistan ready for constructively criticizing itself? Self-development, self-development, right? It's easy to say कि आप rely करेंगे corporate पे, वो आपको देगी and all that, etc. But what about yourself, right? And I think that's really important to navel gaze at yourself. कि am I the right fit in the organization, but also am I doing the right thing for the organization, right? They're paying you, right? Salary is not a right.
मैं कुछ और ऐड करना चाहूँ तो कर सकता हूँ।
बस हम एक क्लास ले लें।
मैं आपकी बात पे कमेंट करना चाहता हूँ कि अक्सर लोग कहते हैं ये तो 1500 साल पहले बता दिया था। हमारी किताब में सब कुछ लिखा हुआ है, और सिर्फ मुसलमान नहीं, ईसाई भी कहते हैं, यहूदी भी कहते हैं, लेकिन उनकी किताबों में जो हिंट दिया हुआ था उसको हम जाने, उस तक पहुँचे बाकी तमाम उलूम के थ्रू। इल्म के अंदर डिवाइड इज़ द वर्स्ट थिंग दैट हैज़ हैपेंड टू पाकिस्तान। ये दीनी इल्म है, ये दुनियावी इल्म है, ये हकीकी इल्म है, सारे उलूम उसके, वो द है, हम सब अ हैं, और ये जो वर्क इन प्रोग्रेस है ये मुसलसल चलने वाला है। इसी ने उसने इल्म हासिल करना फ़र्ज़ किया है। किसी ने सितारों का इल्म हासिल किया तो हम खुदा को बेहतर जाने, किसी ने जिस्म के बारे में जाना तो हमें पता चला कि पुरानी जो सजेशन थी आम वज़ू के अंदर, नमाज के अंदर या योगिक पोस्चर्स के अंदर, उसके अंदर बड़ा साइंटिफिक मेरिट था, तो उसने हिदायत कोड किए भेजी और वो बहुत फॉर्म्स में अवेलेबल है। लेकिन इल्म हासिल करें तमाम उलूम का। मैंने अक्सर लोगों को यहाँ पे जो बहुत ज़्यादा रिलीजियस फर्वर रखते हैं, बड़े बड़े कॉलेजेस में जाके क्या फ़ायदा तुम्हारे डॉक्टर बनने का? ओ ये क्या फ़ायदा, डॉक्टर चाहिए इस मुल्क में भाई, ख़वातीन डॉक्टर्स भी चाहिए। देयर टेरेबल इश्यूज फेसिंग पाकिस्तान, वी नीड educational progress on all fronts, and I think that's what this freelancing and all the money that is people are earning should go into that. That's what will truly develop us and help us rise above this. But thank you for saying what you did. I believe in what you said, but also consider what I said.
Just one last comment, just to add to what Umair has already said, and responding to the first question on personal development and technology. I have felt that the most successful people right now in the industry are those who take the responsibility of their personal development by themselves. It is nobody's job. It's not your HR's job. It's not your supervisors, your team leads, your HOD's job to develop you. You have an internet connection today in this world. Anything and everything that you want to learn, it is a click away. I mean, edX and Coursera's free courses of MIT and Harvard. How many of us are actually using these platforms and learning? So I think technology has enabled us to develop ourselves without much resource at all, and I think that is the big opportunity that is there, and in the future I think this is what will make difference. That's between those who succeed and those who whine.
Very, very rightly said, and I don't want to end this conversation as well because the session is getting more and more interactive. But just to close, I want to hear in one-liner from all of you, how do you think technology would change the future and how can we get ready for it? Starting from you.
One-liner is going to be a bit tough.
Let's say two.
But I think it's going to change the workplace for good. I think it's going to enable more collaboration, more efficiency across the different domains. It's going to add more enablement across different domains. So I think the future is quite positive. It's all about how you develop the right perspective to embrace it going forward.
Perfect.
Yeah, I think for me, your physical reality and your digital reality will combine in the future at one space and time, right? And that's going to happen sooner than we expect.
That sounds scary as well.
So yeah, but it's going to be fun. I hope Pakistan is going to be ready for it.
How about you, Farwa?
I think after the Industrial Revolution, I think this is the major milestone in the journey of human development. Just like to end on the note, I think a share from Iqbal, कि अरूजे आदम खाकी से अंजुम सहमे जाते हैं कि ये टूटा हुआ तारा महे कामिल न बन जाए. So I think we're on the track, and I think this is a big enabler which will create mahe kamils out of
That's true.
people like us.
Very relatable as well.
Well said. Technology, I think I just say the more we know, get ready to meet yourselves. What we're seeing, what's trending is not somebody else. What we're retweeting, what we're getting excited by, what we're getting hurt by. We're getting to see ourselves all the time. The world is becoming a stronger mirror with this technology. Where the drama grows, the truth will also come out and come out sharper in front of human beings. The mental challenges, the workplace evolutions, the families changing, the relationships and work preferences and life preferences changing is all human beings rising above in the Maslow's hierarchy. Actual, self-actual. वो ditch कर देते हैं 3 कंपनियों को. They don't care about you because they smell what doesn't connect with them, what doesn't. So it's the quest for purpose, right? So where the drama is growing, the technology will also help us really, really meet ourselves better and really do what we've intended to do and not been able to do. A whole lot of generations have had compromised lives due to perhaps being busy in the routine tasks, which inshallah welcome the new world will be taken over. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, panelists, for your time and sharing these wonderful insights with us. Thank you, audience, for being really active and participating. Thank you, everyone.
That was definitely my favorite panel of the day. I would like to close the event. First off, I would like to thank our guests who have come from all over Pakistan to share their wisdom with us and talk about technology and the future of work.